what's up you guys? It's me Brianna and I'm back with another video for you guys today, and I'm so incredibly excited to be filming today's video because it is going to be my makeup collection and storage 2017 video. I posted one of these last year, but kind of as like an annual thing. I like to post them every year just because, you know, I'm always getting new makeup, I'm always changing up my storage, having to reorganize everything, and finally over the course of these past like 2 or 3 months I've gotten all the storage and organization that I've needed to replace, and I've gotten some new makeup, I've reorganized my whole makeup desk and my whole makeup vanity, so I wanted to show it to you guys today and take you along a little tour of my makeup vanity and storage. So super requested. I see this comment probably like 5 times on each video I post, so I know that you guys really wanted to see it. Don't forget to click that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos from me and you want my lovely face to pop up in your subscription box. Click that subscribe button. We are almost at 100,000 and I'm having a crazy huge giveaway at 100,000. I've been collecting prizes over the past month because the closer we get, like the more I want to buy prizes. I just get so excited and I really want to get back to you guys, so spread the word about the giveaway so we can reach 100,000. That would be awesome. But anyways, I'm rambling. If you want to find my social media, as always, it is linked down below, and let's go ahead and get on into my makeup collection. So here is just a quick little overview of what my makeup collection looks like at the moment. So it's kind of a little bit scattered for the most part. This is just kind of how I like to keep it organized. So first and foremost, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of questions about where my desk is from. My desk is actually from a place called Value City Furniture, and I got it a couple years ago. I'm not still sure if they have it. They might. You guys could always check. Anyways, and then you move over here, and this huge 9 drawer that I have sitting right here is actually from IKEA. I'm sure you guys have seen it in thousands of makeup collections, but in the first about top 5 drawers, that is where I keep all of my makeup for the most part, and then the rest of the storage is just hair care products and things like that. So that is from IKEA. I'll link it down below. I won't be able to link the desk down below unless I can find it. But anyways, that is the storage part of my makeup as far as that goes. That is basically where I do my makeup, and I do my makeup right there in the middle of my vanity where my makeup mirror is setting, and I sit in my chair, and that's where I find like the best place to get ready is for me, and I sometimes film videos there as well. Okay guys, so starting right here, this is again where I always get ready, but this acrylic organizer here is actually from the Container Store, and it is seriously one of my favorite organizers. So I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of what I like to keep in here. For the most part, I only really keep my makeup that I'm obsessed with in the current month. So makeup will probably stay here for about 1 to 2 months before I interchange it out with new products. So right here, I just have my current favorite primer that I'm using, which is the Urban Decay Optical Illusion. I love that one. I have a NARS Tinted Moisturizer, some Giorgio Armani foundation. I have a bunch of Anastasia brow products in the back and a MAC Soft Ochre paint pot, some Anastasia concealer. I also have this little quad that I made from Anastasia sitting back here because I've been using this lately for my everyday eyes, but really mainly in this container I just keep my everyday makeup. So basically this is just where I keep all of my concealers for the most part, and mascaras. So I have a mascara from Giorgio Armani, my favorite Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, the Tarte Shape Tape, a color corrector from Cover FX, my YSL Touche Éclat, and then an Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. And then in the back here I just have some more concealer. So I have a NARS one, and then over here I keep some brow products and eyeliners, so like my Anastasia Brow Wiz is back here. Then back in the back I keep all of my palettes, well not all of them, but all of my everyday palettes, or the ones that I'm loving currently. So I have 2 of the Kylie Jenner Kai Shadow palettes back here. I really love these. I have the Holiday Edition and the Burgundy palette. These are my favorite from her. I also have my Tarte Man-Eater palette back here, and if you guys were wondering, this is divided in the back in this organizer, which I really like. It's nice for organizing palettes. I have my Tarte Let in Bloom, which is really great. I have the Anastasia Sun Dipped Glow Kit, and then 2 Too Faced palette. One is the Sweet Peach palette, and then one is the Chocolate Bonbons palette, which is really great. And then I have 2 Anastasia palettes. This one is the Anastasia Modern Renaissance, and then this one back here is the Anastasia Master Palette by Mario, which is also really awesome. And back here in the back, I just keep some more primers. So I have this one from Becca. It's their Backlight Priming Filter, or their First Light Priming Filter, actually, not Backlight. Just kidding, but this is what this looks like. I use it sometimes. Then I also just have a powder back here. This one's by RCMA. It's their No Color Powder. And then I also just have a couple foundations. So I have my NARS Sheer Glow back here as well. And then I also just have my Makeup Forever foundation back here, as well as the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, which is also a really good one. So then over here, of course, I have my makeup mirror, and I love this makeup mirror because it has 3 different light settings that it lights up to, which is really cool. It's like office, day, and home, I believe, and the one that I really like to use is day, and it's double-sided, so it has 2 different magnified sides, which I really, really love. It's awesome for getting ready. Sorry if you see like a little bit of a glare from my ring light. I'm going to try to get that away. So over here, I just have some more palettes and stuff. I have a random Kylie lip kit sitting right here because I just got it in the mail and I didn't know what to do with it. And then I have the Kat Von D contour and highlighting brush sitting right here in its little coffin case. I also have my Z palette, and I like to keep these palettes right here just because they were too big to fit anywhere else and I was running out of room. I then have my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which I love. It's amazing. I then have 2 palettes right here. This one is the Carly by Belle palette, which is awesome, and then the new Anastasia Glow Kit, which I am seriously in love with. These colors are so incredibly pigmented and beautiful. And then right here, I just have a brush kit / brush set from Tarte that wouldn't fit in my brush collection, so I just keep it in its nice little case, and it comes with 5 different brushes, which is really cool. So that is everything that I keep kind of in this little compartment next to my mirror. So on top of my Alex 9-drawer vanity, I just keep my spinning little brush holder, and I actually recently just got this. This I purchased from Bed Bath & Beyond for about $25, which was not bad because it does spin and I really like it. I keep it up here just because I have so many brushes and it takes up too much space on my actual desk. So I don't really have these categorized by anything. I just have a bunch of various brands. I have some Real Techniques, a ton of Sigma brushes, a lot of these Real Techniques orange handled brushes. I really, really like these. I have a Morphe Beauty Sponge right here, as well as some MAC Fix Plus. I have some brushes that I got in like Ipsy bags that are just random brands, and then I have my favorite brushes of all time. You can see where like my dog chewed this up, but this is like the only brush that is like that. But these are the Wet n Wild vegan brushes. I seriously am obsessed with these. I think they're extremely soft and they're one of my favorite brush collections from them. And then in the middle compartment here, I seriously just keep like all of my eye brushes. I have so many eye brushes, and this is probably about like 25 of them that fit here, so that's a pretty good amount. But this is everything that I keep in my little rotating brush thing. Back in the back here, I don't know if you guys can see, I just have some random palettes. So like I have a Givenchy one that I use sometimes, and then just my Daniel Wellington watch sitting back there. Also up top here, I keep my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, which is my holy grail. I live by this stuff. So over here, I just have a bunch of lip products in this acrylic organizer, also from the Container Store for lipsticks. So I have 3 of my favorite MAC lipsticks, Velvet Teddy, Angel, and Whirl. I have a NYX Liquid Lip Suede sitting up here as well. And then back in the back here, I just have some Kylie liquid lipsticks. These are some of my favorites. I really, really like the one from the holiday collection. This is a really nice mid-tone red color. And then I have another Kylie lipstick, and then back in the far back, I just have some Anastasia liquid lipsticks, which are also really great. So then back here, I have another acrylic organizer from the Container Store. It's actually in their office section. It's like a file divider, but I have 2 palettes here, my Lorac Pro palette and my Urban Decay Naked Smoky palette. I then have my Anastasia Cream Contour Kit, and then behind that I have 2 Morphe 350 palettes, the matte one and the shimmer one. And then back in the back here, I have some Lonesome Naked 2 and Naked 3 palettes just chilling back there because I don't really use them much anymore. So in these drawers is where I keep a majority of my face products. So this first container here, all these containers are actually from Target. I have a couple of primers, so I just have a Dr. Brandt Pores No More one right here, my Soap and Glory One Heck of a Blot, I have a Laura Mercier foundation primer, and then I have a smoothing primer that I just got recently from Smashbox. These are some of my fave primers, and I actually love them. I really, really like these guys. So I separate it by primers, foundations, and then concealers / color correctors. So in this drawer over here, I just have a couple of color correctors. I have this one here from L'Oreal, and then I just have a bunch of concealers in this one. So I have like a Wet n Wild one. I have a ton of drugstore concealers. I have some Rimmel Match Perfection and some Revlon ones. I also have a couple of high-end concealers. I think I have a Bare Skin one in here. That one's really nice, but for the most part, I really just keep all of my concealers in here. I think I have like a NYX one in here too as well. And then in the back here, if you guys can see, I keep most of my BB creams. So I just have like a Maybelline BB cream in the back. I have a It Cosmetics CC cream here. I have one of my favorites recently, which has been this Garnier BB cream. It's really, really nice. I have my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue back here as well, and then just a bunch of random ones that I reach for more so in the summer, so they're kind of stored back here right now. So this one's like from Neutrogena. Then I have all of my high-end or most reach for foundations in here. I have a couple of Makeup Forever ones. This is the Makeup Forever HD Foundation Stick, the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have a Too Faced Born This Way, some Rimmel foundations, and then the rest of them are mostly drugstore. Like I have L'Oreal Infallible, Milani, and then the Dream Cushion from Maybelline. Over here, you guys, this is where I just mainly keep all of like my powders, blushes, bronzers, things like that. So really quickly, right here in this corner, I just have a couple of palettes. I have a Buxom one, I have a Cargo HD like highlighting one, and then just this contour palette from Clarins. But for the most part, I just keep like some random stuff in here. So in this container, I have most of my powders. I have a Laura Mercier one, a couple of Maybelline powders, then I have this Laura Geller blush that I've been using recently, and then this Makeup Forever Ultra HD finishing powder. And then over here in this container, on this side, I just have a highlighter from MAC, the Soft and Gentle. It's one of my favorites. Too Faced bronzer, some more highlighters, a contour stick from Maybelline, some more bronzers, just some random brands, Kevyn Aucoin and Tarte, and then an e.l.f. Bronzing palette over here. And then in the back here, this is where I actually keep all of my blushes. A lot of them are like sample size blushes, like a couple from Tarte, some from NARS. I have some that I got in Ipsy bags a few years ago, like this one's the City Color one. And then I just have two Milani baked blushes right here. I have a Benefit Box one. That is all that I keep in this drawer, which is just like my powder, bronzer, and blush drawer. So this next drawer is a pretty crazy drawer. It is my eyeshadow drawer, and this drawer really probably needs some cleaning out to do, but over here on the side I just have two of the Kylie Valentine's Day Collection eyeshadows. I have some single eyeshadows from Kathleen Lights for ColourPop, and then I just also have in this first container just all of like my eyeshadow singles. So I just have two cream shadows right here. I have a couple of the Kylie cream shadows, some from her holiday collection. Along across here I have some more cream shadows, and then over here I have a bunch of MAC singles, and then like Urban Decay singles that I use sometimes. I have a lot of MAC singles actually, because I do makeup for like prom and people's makeup for dances, so I have a lot of like vibrant colors over here. And then in the back here I just have a bunch of drugstore singles, or should I say like the middle. These are just drugstore singles that I like to have like for drugstore makeup tutorials. I have a couple more MAC shadows right here as well. I have a Naked Cosmetics Pigment Meet Matte from The Balm Cosmetics, and then two Revlon cream shadows. In the back here, if you guys can see, I just keep some palettes that I don't really reach for as often. Like I have a Too Faced one in here that I just keep there because I ran out of room, and then some more palettes, a couple of L'Oreal ones from the drugstore, and a Revlon one. It's mainly just drugstore ones that sit back here, and then I just have an eyeliner right there. So that is everything that I keep in my eye drawer, and all my other eye palettes were up on my vanity. Then in this fourth drawer, this is where I keep eyeliner and the mascara galore. So in this first divider, I have literally all of my mascaras. I have so many different brands of mascaras. I have Max Factor, Estee Lauder, some high-end one. I actually do clean up my mascaras a lot, but I love mascara. It's one of my favorite makeup products, so I am constantly purchasing it. And then these mascaras right here are just some recent mini samples that I've gotten as like 100-point perks or gifts at Ulta. Then in this second divider, I like to mainly keep like eyeshadow bases and eye primers, and a couple of brow products stay in here as well. So I have this one from Anastasia. It's the Clear Brow Gel. I have some Maracuja Oil, just a NYX primer, but mainly this drawer is allotted for like primers and eyebrow products. And then in this back one over here, I just have some eyeliners. I have a crap ton of eyeliners. I have the Kat Von D Tattoo one, this Dolce Cosmetics one from Ipsy, and then just a bunch of pencil ones. I don't have a lot of liquid eyeliners. I think I have a few. I have another primer in here. One of my favorite eyeliners, which is the NYX Epic Black one. That's a really, really nice one, but that's really all that stays in here, and this was just my eyeliner and mascara drawer. So this bottom drawer is probably one of my favorite drawers. This organizer is actually from IKEA. It's just this huge organizer. So in the first compartment, I have all my lip stuff in this whole entire thing, just kind of scattered. I have all of my Kylie lip kits. Some are boxes, and then some are just repurchases that I'm waiting to use up until I finish my new ones. And then I just have a couple of lip samples, a Too Faced lip injection, and a NYX one. And I have like a NARS lip gloss here. And then in this compartment, I try to categorize it for like high-end lip products right here. So I have a Too Faced one, I have a Lip Sense one, my YSL lip cream, which is really, really awesome. I have a NYX one, a couple of Smashbox ones, and then a NARS little lipstick that I got in a kit from Sephora. This one's really, really nice. I haven't used it in a while, but I need to start using it again, so I think I'm gonna lay it out in my everyday makeup. And over here, I just have some random brands like drugstore. Then I just have some little lip samples from Tarte, once again, that I've gotten as either like birthday gifts or 100-point perks. I have some lip tints from Ipsy. These are mostly just random little lip kits or lip samples that I just get in like Ipsy bags or whatever. That's in there. And then in the very back here, you can't really see. I just have like a bunch of baby lips and then some Avon lip glosses that I don't really use that much. But that was actually my whole entire makeup collection. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.